Hey dudes, B Junior here on B Junior's Movie Cave and the Endurance Productions YouTube channel. Coming to you today with another Blu-ray overview for another in the long line, hopefully long line of upcoming films and releases from the wonderful folks over at Scream Factory, which is Shout Factory as we all know by now. They are continuing to release some of the best genre little favorites of mine, and I've been trying to pick up not just necessarily every single one of them, but these are the ones that I am buying from their line of Blu-ray collector's editions and/or special editions. These are the ones I want to spend my extra coin on. I've been saving my money up and trying to plan ahead and get as many of these as I can because these are the ones I want to spend my money on. This is a little favorite entitled Ninja 3: The Domination. Let me tell you a little history. I am a die-hard ninja fanatic. It's something I haven't talked about on my channel that much, and hopefully I hope to change one day and do like a whole ninja series review or something like that, or a ninja vlog or something, because ninja films, I have a soft spot and just an affinity for them because it reminds me of Saturday mornings watching Kung Fu Theater, and any type of ninja movie we could get our hands on at the VHS store or the video store days, we would try and do it back in the day. Mainly for the sheer zaniness of them. They have the wildest weapons a lot of times, and the art of deception, and the whole background of hired assassins from old school Japan lore and all that kind of stuff. I really enjoy that ninja style movie. Of course, anything with Sho Kosugi in it as well. It's sort of like Franco Nero in Italian films. Anytime it has a ninja film or a martial arts film with Sho Kosugi in it, I have to break for that. I mean, it's just one of those deals where you just have to stop and watch it. Today's Blu-ray is a Blu-ray DVD combo pack, as I said before, from Scream Factory. It is kind of not real. It's kind of like the one of the last reviews I did on The Town at Dread Sundown. It's got some extras with it, but it's not really a full-on collector's edition. It does not have a slipcover with it, and nor is it. I wouldn't even really consider this one a definitive special edition either. It's just one of the best viewing. It is the best way you're going to be able to own this little cult favorite from the 80s. It is the third in the Ninja series that came out. The first one being, of course, Enter the Ninja. The second one with Sho Kosugi in the lead role is Revenge of the Ninja. And also, when it comes around to this one, Sho Kosugi is in this one as well. He is kind of like the antagonist to the main lead in the film, Lucinda Dickey, who plays a female. She's a telephone worker who's also an aerobics instructor, who is possessed by the ghost of a recently deceased bad ninja that has taken over her soul basically temporarily so that he could live on and do his dastardly deeds. Sho Kosugi shows up to take his revenge on this, even the ghost of this old bad ninja, because it cost him an eyeball back in the day, and some other subplot. That's what I've really got to just dive right in and say. The story for Ninja 3: Domination has always been one of those of just anytime this movie comes up in conversation, and it does often more often than not. When you go to like a horror convention, you meet up with some of your buddies, or just chatting online with some of the YouTube movie community. It's funny how this movie's got such a great following, but it took them this long to come out with a Blu-ray DVD combo. And this is, to my knowledge, the first official Blu-ray or DVD release of this film. It languished in bootleg Hades for, eons. It was never released until now in an official format since the VHS days. This is one of those little cable favorites too that used to come on late night cable on Cinemax and HBO. It never played, seems like it never played after school or during prime time. But everybody knew about it and everybody watched it because it came out on the coattails of Poltergeist, and probably more another notable one would be, of course, The Exorcist. That does pull some elements from that as well in the movie with the possession thing, but not to the horror degree of The Exorcist. It's not. This movie is really not a horror movie. It is a ninja action movie, but they were right on the coattails of these blockbuster movies like Poltergeist and stuff like that. So what they did was they pulled elements from horror movies and did the whole possession thing in this movie. it still delivers the action goods throughout. I mean, it's a non-stop action fare from beginning to end. It's old school Canon Pictures, Golden Globus production. Um, Sam Furstenberg's direction. He directed a bunch of these ninja movies. I think he directed Revenge of the Ninja, this one, and the first American Ninja movie as well. He directed a lot of action fare throughout the 80s. The movie is a sound action picture. It's got great stunts in the movie, but you have to suspend belief, because it is a ninja picture. Ninja pictures are good for conversation, good for a laugh. They're cheesy. That's what really draws me into them. Whenever I get tired of watching other genres, I always just, when in doubt, this is a go-to movie for me. Ninja 3. Other go-to movies would be sort of like, this is not the movies that you watch every single day, but you can watch any time. Sort of like Mad Max, ninja movie, martial arts films, any Bruce Lee movie. Things like that are just go-to favorites that you can't go wrong with. It's not a blockbuster movie in any way, and it's probably why it took so long to come to a home video format. But getting back to the story is ludicrous. I mean, she's a telephone pole repairman, and gets possessed by this bad ninja for hire or whatever that's just been shot by the cops. He possesses her. She's also a female aerobics instructor. Her background as a dancer, of course, Lucinda Dickey lending herself to the aerobics line of the film. Remember, it's the 80s. Leg warmers abound in this film. She then in turn starts distributing all this weird, I guess you call it martial arts behavior, and she takes the sword home, and it's kind of like the sword holds the bad ninja's essence. Well, lo and behold, Sho Kosugi shows up, eye patch and all, ready to do battle with this bad ninja, because what happens beyond that during the second act, all of the policemen that had tracked down this bad ninja and shot him in kind of like a wild bunch format, she goes around and dispatches these policemen. What you find out, a lot of these policemen are not really good policemen anyway, so you don't really feel too bad about a couple of them getting dispatched. They kind of work that in there too. Lucinda Dickey is perfectly cast in this role because her background as a dancer really lent herself to being like a martial artist, and she did quite a few of the insert stunts and stuff like that, but not a whole lot. You can tell where they inserted the stuntman into the ninja suit a lot of times, but it's still good action fare. Plus, about middle ways through the movie, you get the whole exorcism thing where they get old James Hong, from playing Lopan and Big Trouble in Little China and a couple other, just tons of other movies. He basically tries to draw the bad ninja out of her, and it's a whole exorcist rip-off scene just from out of nowhere. There's also little possession elements towards the last final ninja battle between Sho Kosugi and the bad ninja spirit. It's just all over the place. It tries to be too much, and I think that's why it didn't do as good as Revenge of the Ninja or some of the earlier efforts. But it has a special place in my heart, and now a special place on my shelf, because this is the definitive viewing edition that you want to get. Let's just show you the cover art, and then I'll get into the special parts of this one. Cover art, they retain the original VHS art or original poster art from US. He's the ultimate killer. She's the perfect weapon. Ninja 3, the Domination. There you have the Blu-ray. Awesome. Good cover art on Blu-ray. DVD, Blu-ray, same cover art. I like how they throw in both formats just in case. Let's pull them out here, guys, because they do have some. They don't have reversible cover art really, but they've got foreign poster art. I think this is a French art, and the Italian art is hilarious because it bears all. It's called Trancers. It's it's an Italian international film by Canon Group. But anyway, she doesn't get that scantily clad in the film, but it does kind of, I don't know. There's a Ninja 3 poster, and I think maybe a Japanese poster there. So pretty cool. I mean, they give you some little cool things to look at. Like I say, if they can't give you other things in forms of interviews and things like that, which this one, sadly, I'm sad to report, does not have. Let's get into that next. Really, the only main special features you're getting with this one is a very informative. I did listen to this commentary last night in the middle of the night. I had a headache, so I got up and watched the commentary in the middle of the night, which is rare for me because I'm not very much a commentary dude. But commentary by director Sam Furstenberg and stunt coordinator Steve Lambert. I believe it's moderated by the Icons of Fright guy from YouTube and internet. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that, but I could be wrong. Theatrical trailers also included, and I think a photo gallery is on there as well. I watched the photo gallery. Had a lot of good behind-the-scenes moments. You could tell where they had like a Shokasugi beside the his stunt man that looked just like him with an eye patch on. All kinds of stuff. Great cover art on the back there. Some good stills from the movie. Love Shokasugi in a martial arts film. The guy, he had good body movement and just could always sell the part of a ninja. And remember, always, for only a ninja can kill another ninja. That's right. As far as commentaries go, guys, it did somewhat make up for a lot of the lost information. I always wanted to learn more about this movie. And I just had a sneaky suspicion that they were not going to be able to get interviews for this little film. I was really hoping Red Shirt Pictures would have been able to get some Lucinda Dickey in her interviews, maybe even an interview with Shokasugi, stuff like that. I still think that there's a definitive edition out there, or even a Ninja box set somewhere down the road, maybe. Maybe not. But it's just one of those things. Don't ruin the fantasy. We can all hope, can't we? As far as the commentary goes, it tells you about a lot of the follies with the stunts and how they got Lucinda Dickey into the role. She actually filmed this before the Breakin' movies, the breakdancing movies called Breakin' and Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo, of which I think Sam Furstenberg did Electric Boogaloo. He was the director on that film as well. But all that aside, she actually filmed this first before she filmed that movie, but Breakin' came out before this one because Cannon Group rushed it into production and wanted to get it out first. And I think she'd only done she might have done the film, I think Cheerleader Camp or some other basic bit parts. I don't think she really did a whole lot before this movie. So this was kind of like her real breakout. Well, I don't want to call it a breakout role, but her first big break and first film role. And you notice after this though, when she got into the Breaking film, she went for the short hairdo, the Pat Benatar look, and all that. But still, she sells the part really well because she's got that physique of kind of like a martial artist, and it lent itself to, because whenever they switched her out with the stunt doubles a lot in the film, it kind of sold it. I'll just say it that way. So there again, guys, not a whole lot to say as far as special features on this one, sadly. But in terms of, if you want to own Ninja 3 The Domination, you can finally own it. And if you're a Ninja nut like me, you're going to want to pick this one up. Let's sum it up in true B Junior format for PQ and SQ, picture quality and sound quality. Guys, the picture quality on this one, my socks were not completely off. On a 4-star scale, and this is rare, I'm going to give an older movie like this a 3.5 stars out of 4. This movie, I don't know what they did to it, but it looks like they took about 95% of the flaws out of it. It looks like a brand new movie. I swear it does. I only spot checked the DVD, but it looked pretty clean as well. The Blu-ray was knock your socks off quality. And the sound of the Blu-ray, I'm going to give it a solid 3.4 or 3.0 stars out of 4. Because it sounds as good as it can. It sounds really clean on the stereo when I had it on. It is a DTS HD Master Audio stereo track and a Dolby Digital stereo track on the DVD. So sounds clean, looks awesome. I say pick it up if you're a Ninja fan or an action fan. This was released under the Scream Factory logo. There's not much difference between it and the Shout Factory logo, but it is part of the Scream Factory line. I guess because of the horror elements in the movie, there's not a whole lot in there, but it does have it's highly derivative of Poltergeist and some bit parts from The Exorcist, but it's all in good fun. You can watch this movie. It's hammy, it's cheesy. I never get tired of it. It's a good action film. So throw away those bootlegs, guys, that you bought at those conventions all those years ago, and go out and buy the Scream Factory release. It is the definitive edition going right now. Rock on, dudes. I'll catch you next time. Bye.